My name is Leary, and I am a white, non-binary trans man with brown hair. I'm wearing a button-down shirt and a vest with rainbow books on it, and there is a gallery art wall behind me. Amy, Nat said. His heartbeat was thrumming like a terrified hummingbird snacking on sugar while a cat in the window watched. I was just wondering if you could define gender ideology. You mentioned that it was potentially harmful to students my age, and I'm not sure if I've ever heard that term before. It was a lie, of course. Nat had heard the term gender ideology spoken before by conservative politicians. He was well aware that it was like a Trojan horse hiding the real meaning, transgender. Amy pursed her lips. High schools, colleges, and even the government would like to redefine for us what makes a man and what makes a woman. I don't believe these concepts can be redefined. This is especially dangerous for young people because you're being taught this in schools. Nat always felt like a rat caught in a trap whenever someone was debating about the trans community, like he had gotten his legs stuck in a tacky glue that he could never break free from. That's actually not a definition, Nat replied. In case you're curious, a definition is when you offer the meaning of a word or phrase. I heard scare tactics, but I would have expected that someone intelligent enough to be interviewed by Channel 22 would give me a proper definition. Out of the corner of his eye, Nat noticed the news cameras turning back on as Rebecca said, Nat, are you a Dickinson Academy student? Would you like to share your views about the proposed challenge? The phrase gender ideology was still running across Nat's brain like the scrolling marquee sign on a local bodega back home. My name is Nathaniel Gallagher and I'm a senior, he said. Amy from Moms United had the audacity to say that there's a problem with our library having books with trans characters. A book could be the first time a queer or trans kid sees that they could actually be happy after they come out. Rebecca's eyes lit up. Your author, Mary Gallagher's transgender son, right? Suddenly, Nat was swimming in a sea of eyes. A sudden coldness wrapped around Nat that reminded him of how it felt to be out in the world right after he recovered from top surgery at the start of summer. The coldness wrapped its desperate claws around him. He couldn't transform his swirling thoughts into words. I'm her son, but she didn't know that. I'm sorry, I have to go to class. Nat turned and came face to face with Diego, who took his arm gently and led him away from the crowd. He realized his entire body was shaking as his arm reverberated against Diego's soft cashmere sweater. What are you doing, Gallagher? Diego's steady voice snapped him out of swimming in the deep end of his mind. Are you okay? There was something so intense about looking into Diego's amber eyes, as if he was searching for something that Nat didn't want anyone to see. Nat ripped his arm away instinctively. All of the fire that had been building inside him was just below the surface of his skin now. Are you seriously asking me if I'm okay? You are the last person I'd ever expect to check in on how I'm feeling about a difficult situation. Diego took a step back. I was simply asking how you were feeling, Gallagher. I can't imagine it was fun hearing someone talk about your mom's writing like that. Nat stiffened and met Diego's eyes out of spite more than anything. If I was looking for empathy for my grief, I would talk to an AI before I would talk to you, Diego. You're like a robot who was only programmed with one emotion. Go pretend you care about your own friends. As Nat stormed away, he could have sworn he noticed tears welling up in Diego's eyes. Thank you.